From the Bob Mills Weather Center, Oklahoma weather expert, Jed Castles.
And if you stop sweating, that's a major sign that you need to get some help. Happened to me one time, Jed. I was like, what is happening?
Okay.
I was susceptible to the heat.
Yeah, and you know what? If you get that heat-related ailment or you get those real extreme conditions, you are so susceptible next time it gets hot.
Yeah, moving forward, it all will stay with you.
It just zaps you. So, guys, here's the heat. You see it building across the country. We're watching a cold front. Cold fronts, typically we call them not as hot front. We'll take whatever front we can get. But you can see between Wichita 104 and Dallas 106, there's a big white area right across Oklahoma. That's that extreme heat that's going to build, and this might turn out to be the hottest on record for this particular day, and it may turn out to be the hottest July we've ever seen here in Oklahoma City. Those are the kind of conditions we're dealing with today. These are some extreme conditions, some of the most extreme conditions we've ever seen here in Oklahoma, taking you all the way back to the 1800s. So this weather's serious. Make sure you're prepared for that heat. It's going to be the story with the heat index as much as 112 coming up for today. And like Lacey just said, you can get that heat stroke. That's certainly possible if you don't follow your body's symptoms, realizing I need water or I need to take a break. If you're out there working, if you don't follow what your body's telling you, you need to slow it down. Heat stroke certainly is possible, so make sure you are prepared for the heat coming up for today. Now, there's a lot of houses that have had their air conditioners go down on them, and if it happened the last couple of days, you're still waiting for an AC repairman, which they are so busy right now. If you're still waiting for that, just know the weather we're dealing with today, you don't want to be in a house that does not have air conditioning because it is going to be absolutely sweltering. There's no air movement, and it's tough for you and especially for your kids and your pets. So make sure you're prepared for it. This is going to be the hottest high we've seen really on record. That's where we're at right now. As far as our temperatures go for July, 110 did set that back in 1996 and 2011 for the month of July. Forecast high today is 110, and if we make it to 111, that'll be an all-time. That'll be the highest it's ever been. So we're dealing with that. We're dealing with heat index. Heat index today about 112. Should come down some. Still hot, not as hot, heading toward a late week, but it starts to nose back up, headed toward this weekend into next week. So although we may have a little dip on the road, it's not going to be enough to really make us feel like this thing's over with. It builds back in going into next week. 79. East-southeast winds at 7 miles per hour. Just a hot one today. Extreme conditions on the way. Near 80 this morning, 95 at 10, up near 103 by noon today, and we'll climb it into the upper 100 range, 105 to 110 range from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock, and it will probably stay up at or above 100 all the way through 9 o'clock this evening. So some extreme conditions here coming up for Oklahoma today. Now we're actually seeing some pretty decent temperatures, especially a little zone right now from Stillwater over to about Bristow, over near Keystone Lake. It's dropped into the 60s. And was checking Mesonet. It's as cool as 60 degrees right now in parts of Creek County. So we're talking about all this extreme heat, but we're really feeling pretty pleasant right now with that cooler air that's kind of nosed in. Some drier air has nosed into those counties, and it's allowing that temperature to drop off just a bit more. The rest of us, though, 70s, close to 80 right now. Checking your temperatures today. They will be climbing up into the 105 to 110 range for most locations, and you'll see the opportunity for a few spots to nose even higher than that. I think Enid, 113. Kingfisher, you'll probably make it to about 114. See that little lighter purple right in there? All the data the last several days have been indicating you're going to see the hottest temperatures, and you'll be the hottest on record for this date, and maybe all the Julys you've ever seen in that county. So Kingfisher County, again, that's going to be blistering hot coming up to date. Now, we may see a rain chance. Talked about that cold front coming in. That might provide a rain or thunderstorm chance across northwest Oklahoma, and going into tonight may linger down into the central part of the state. Still hot tomorrow. That cold front will nose in. It'll bring our temperatures down some 100 still around. Not as hot, but again, that's still some extreme weather there. And there may be a shower or thunderstorm around as well tomorrow. We'll put it spotty in nature. There may be one or two that can kick up their heels just a little bit with some wind. We'll track maybe a severe storm across south and east parts of Oklahoma. But right now, that's a low chance of wind. Right now, the main story there with some lightning and a few heavy downpours. So 110 today, 104 tomorrow. Might dip down into the upper 90s a couple of days, so Thursday and Friday if the heat does build back in going into next week. What a crazy July. You know, we've been sitting pretty good, guys. These temperatures not too bad the last couple of years. This is definitely a different story.
Very serious. Thank you, Jed.